Hi, good night, and welcome to Bench Talk. My name is Jason Clark, and tonight I'm joined by my fellow co-host, Mr. Somebody got the name as Australia, Mr. Akim Nero, Mr. Dwayne Collymore, and Mr. Damien Ray. Good night, guys.
Good night, Mike.
How's everyone doing, man? How's everyone doing?
They good, man. They good.
Pretty good, yes. Pretty good.
Glad to hear that.
Cool, Jess. Cool.
Glad to hear that, fellas. Glad to hear that. Mr. Evan, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good, Mike. What's the fellas good? It's the World Cup season.
Yeah, I am good. I'm good, Mr. Evan, sir. Nero, how you feel the Lakers getting hold up this year? Feel if AD could give between 50 to 60 games.
I have no expectations.
See that word you know mention? If.
Too early for that. I have no expectations.
Okay.
No expectations.
Change much in that expectation. Change much. I just
licks for them. He can give you that, he can give you that sad song story and licks for them, just.
But Nero, I feel the man get season. They can trade Russ and get trade.
But all of a sudden they feel. The confidence there, Jace, is licks. If they make the playoff, they make the number 8 seed.
We ain't talking about Spurs, Nero.
I had to talk cricket, man.
The Spurs ain't got LeBron, man.
All right, fellas, let me get into some cricket there. You know, last Friday we had the CPL final between Jamaica and Barbados. Jamaica coming out on top, I guess, pretty convincingly in the end. I would say pretty convincing. And Brooks had a pretty decent score coming off of his 100. He continues to show his good form, and he's being rewarded for it, as we'll get to that later on in the show. But yeah, first, guys, I just want to touch on the CPL final. Like I said, Jamaica came out on top. What did you guys think about the final? Anyone can.
No holler for West Indies. Barbados had a decent tournament.
Mm-hmm.
A decent tournament, obviously losing Quinton and Miller. Pivotal stage in the tournament. 160 in the final. Competitive total, but not nothing out the reach of Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially the way the Jamaica team built. A lot of batsmen, Brandon King and Brooks. Those guys don't really have to play out a character. If saying the score was 200, 220, a fella make choice on him about 160. And the guys are a bit in form. That was never, unless it got early wickets, that was never really a challenge, to be honest. Barbados batting first, Cornwall and Calmeers negotiated early overs and capitalized. Like they throughout the tournament, but then it wasn't really nothing in the back end. Azam Khan played a decent innings. 50. He's a player. He's a very good player, actually, Azam Khan. But all in all, Barbados lacked the firepower at the back end of the innings. I don't know if they rest on their laurels because Amir wasn't playing. And in the chase, Brandon King and Brooks, they were exceptional. Well bowled to Wazim and Fabian Ali as well in first innings. But 160, the guys played some great cricket shots. And that's the final. These things happen 160 on the board. Jew, late at night, guys chased they won. We won 60. And two guys who basically are the best in the team though. Brandon King as the opener, number 3, and obviously Brooks was rewarded as we would get to. But well played to Talawas. No one would have had them as the favorites before the tournament or even during the tournament.
Wow.
But I guess the unit, no looking back, and even Raymond didn't even get a bat in this game. I guess it was well deserved in the end.
Yeah, man. I just think that the Royals, the two players that they lose are two informed players too, and they'll add at least 60 runs to the total, give or take. But Jamaica played good cricket, especially coming on to the back end of the tournament. They know it was playing basically for their lives. To start a streak of wins together, coming into the finals and all. So to me, the momentum has shifted slightly with Jamaica. They had the game warm, they're playing more games. So when they have it becoming a more of a muscle memory to them. Sooner time, like traders who had a couple of days off. But all in all, it was a good. I think it was one of the better finals we've seen in a little while. In terms of competitiveness, in terms of evenness, Brooks and Barney King really matured in the game. Brooks really understand his role. See, because he had mentioned in one of the interviews that he had gotten out in one of the previous games on 40, I think, and Barney King had put it up. Tell him, man, he tried to go the character, it seems. Oh, he's not a power man, he's a man, rotate the straight, get in, and once you aim, just don't get out. Unless you get a peach or a send along the way. So all in all, to me, it was a good finals, man. Fabian Allen in the wickets. To me, I still don't rate Fabian Allen. Like, in terms of his bowling, I think he's a very good fielder. He can give us something in the bottom of him, but his bowling is, I wouldn't say is the, because he bowled spectacular balls per se. Probably one or two, but he played a very crucial role, to be honest, in our game. Green wasn't on, but somebody still pick up the slack for Green and get Jamaica over the line. But I don't know, Jason, it's a good Barbados. So I think Barbados. I don't know. I don't think we can still say that Jason is a finisher, so to say. Because it's not like Jason is going to. Yes, he might hit the ball over the boundary every 10 games or so, and then we have a spectacular innings, but he's not a guy you can depend on consistently in the end to carry you from 130 to maybe say 170. Barbados seemed to be laying top heavy. Coming on the back end, it wasn't a lot of fair pause. You had Jason, I think Joshua Bishop. They ain't really had no Simmons. I thought you got Dapper, you got Azam, you got Cornwall, you got. So Barbados is basically top heavy. Basically top heavy. For majority of the tournament, the exception, Miller was probably we would consider the floater because he would come in, he could consolidate, and he could also propel the score. He could use extra 30 or 40 runs, and they missed that. 160. And to be if you look at the scores on that, the tracks in Ghana, the scores was 160 was Nirosa is a power score, a fighting score, but 160 is below a power score in Ghana on the condition based on the scores and conditions previous games. So I always think
but for the final. You generate nerves and things. Nerves and
fair enough. Fair enough, but I still think it was below par, and Jamaica would always feel confident that they're able to show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For me, I don't think I kind of agree with Fred. I don't think 160 was enough, especially after being 60 at any point player. That is the honest to God. So I don't think one. Yeah, and the rest of the fun, which is true. But with the start I had, should we get more 160? Now 160 will be below par in my opinion. Final or no. Um, in terms of the defending the 160 now, Kenar Lewis again go pretty early. That was a given, but you had to get Brandon King. If you didn't get Brandon King, it was good night nerves. If Brandon King ever get him, it was good night nerves. And we see he ain't start in a raw for probably the 20 or 27, less runs than balls for sure. But he's saying no, he'll 50 boy balls. It's that was it for me. Fighter he get him. Basically, it was congrats Jamaica. We had a good tournament on and all. Yes, we didn't come over the line, but based on the past couple of seasons, even as Calmer said he interviews, which is very true, there's a drastic difference in terms of performances. So let me make it over the line, but he improved. Just build on that. Just build on this tournament for next year. I'm good from there. But the 160 for me was never enough. That's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Anything Australia?
Yeah, Mike. Honestly, right? To me, I would give the Royals a grade.
Mark, I might tell
I
you very fast.
I would get no. 'Cause I gotta go Caribbean for this. I would get him a C plus for the whole tournament performance. I get that one away. The way how Royals grab a
Horrible.
hold of the tournament and dominate everybody to start with was 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 saying the Star runs will have put down in the semi-final. Like you expected Royals was the odds-on favorite to win. It was they had the losses. We say it's a never go to a tournament unbeaten. They had a couple losses. I thought would have really wait them out and realized, all right, we got to knock it down on a few things. And honestly, Royals ball bad chase. 160 to me was not out of reach. 160 to me was a defendable target. The man just ball bad to start and continue to ball bad through. A lot of loose balls, like you were both. They had the pressure on. You could see, but there you was getting but these little freebies, boundary balls, freebies to hit with. So to me, overall, like get him a C plus. Should have
Mm-hmm.
win. Should have won. Yeah, should have won.
Mm-hmm.
I know man last the team played us are destructive and demoralizing T20 cricket in a tournament. And not win, you got to win. You do all of that there for nothing. All of that there for nothing. Superior net run rate, qualify for the semi-finals early out. You beat teams bad. Go in the semi-final, I put 200 or something for Ghana. Mm, go win, Jace. You go win.
Fair enough.
You might,
Fair,
you might, might as well finish it. Might as well
fair
all
point.
it for no. I mean, I understand if you're all beaten and you had no losses to really shake out his side that he knew that Quinny and David Miller was leaving at some point. He should have already had a pre-plan for that and see how we can handle it. Because really, Quinny and Miller kind of really hold up that Miller larder. When once again, when in the boundaries, the Caribbean fellas don't know how to rotate his strike and get the ones and twos. The difference is Brandon King and Brooks was getting the ones and twos, easy too. There wasn't putting the pressure on them. He wasn't trying nothing. Brandon King and Brooks in
Let me
these
see
these
Caribbean
big
boys.
these big Caribbean boys. They're the big them aside them too. And the big boundary hitters just that give you sixes and fours all the time. Them is short players. So if you sort of put them in a short hole and force them to do something that is not in them traditionally, you would have got wickets. To me, Warren should have win. So C plus. Look a whole lot C plus, man. C plus for the effort. From last, I give it C plus. C plus.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What the guys before we move on, what the guys thought about the tournament and the whole the level of cricket in the CPL in general.
It was okay. It was okay. Still want to see at this point we gotta be scoring 180 gotta become part at some point. It's still about there, It still wants to get to the stage where 180 is par.
Mm,
It still want to get out of the stage where it gets back to Barbados. I guess we know the COVID, so I'm not going to be so harsh on this first year. Oh, but going forward, we'll be going. We gotta get back some cricket here. But the tournament, all in all, it was okay. I'm not going to get too in depth with the 10 o'clock times and that nonsense. We already know what that is. But all in all, the tournament was okay. I still would like us get to the stage. I don't know when or if it ever happen where we get some of the better players. Like, I would love to see if Barbados guys are not involved in a CPL, in the IPL. Do something, get a window where we can have a Barbara, Rizwan, and a Freedy. You understand some of the more marquee players who are involved in the IPL. Get those guys over here. Could raise the portfolio of the game, etc.
But
Or get
Nero,
even the where we could get Quentin the Cotton and Miller for the whole tournament. It's just a month for. But I guess that comes to planning and organizing because there's so much tournaments these days, and it's gonna become even harder now with these other tournaments. So I don't know. We gotta move it all together.
Hassan, you were saying something.
yeah, but I just think it boils down to how you marquee. Like at the end of the day, you can't sell tourists or people to come and say we're gonna fly to Ghana and watch cricket. You know, for me, like let me be real. Play the boy don't just up and get Saint Kitts. Saint Kitts is not a Saint Kitts is that's it, but English and Saint Kitts. So Barbados always has to play an integral part of CPL. Always has to. And they know we ain't getting CPL finals or semis, but here in that 3 years. So 2026, I think that next thing could probably be because Guyana got the next three years kind of locked up. So we gotta look at that. I ain't sure if the men will know, but yeah, Guyana got the rights for the next 3 years, I think. Yeah. So 2025 start 2026. So all of them things is play a factor. I know cricket academy over was a bummer. Cause a lot of people was looking forward to, especially the way how the Royals was playing. Next year now the Royals will play. One of my men will play most, but maybe they should play away all the time. Cause they play better away. So it
Well,
wasn't
I
about.
think the better
We
team
can't
in
we
general.
can't
But
get the
go ahead.
players. We can't get the players, but I think if the Caribbean profile could be raised in terms of a region, as Fed and Reed's always cry for a regional parts coming out that it can really put as a selling point. I mean, that could work, but as Nero said, it can be hard. Every time you look at this country holding a T20 tournament and bringing these players, so like the schedule becoming even more compact. And I think who it is, Kawhi just said that just now one day cricket can get squeezed out because if you got all these T20 tournaments, these franchise cricket T20 for this big set of money, these men can go and forget the color cricket, play test on T20. So ICC gotta do something about that. I think they gotta start limiting these tournaments too.
Um,
Let I mean like T20. If you're not making a tremendous profit in the IPL every year, you got to show your T20 mark every 2 years and roster it like that. To me, have certain marquee T20 franchise tournaments that can be part of the ICC calendar. That men gonna be allowed to go and play, and there won't be nothing to play for the country or nothing. And then the rest schedule every 2 years. That's the only way you can fit all this T20 cricket in the calendar year.
well,
But
that's a topic there for the
what
whole
I'm
discussion.
telling you that is the people saying that it's then domestic T20. So the LCC that gonna be if the LCC had to tackle that, that'd be an issue because you can't tell me
Can't
you can't
start
hold
people
a
from making the
domestic
money.
I got
but
more
have your
domestic
domestic
careers.
T20, but international players can't play at, on every until every 2 years and every 2 years. So you
But
domestic
how you gonna make
T20
my money?
before, but
The
but Fred, you
APL gonna
remember
do it.
you trying,
You gonna
but
start
you
the
trying to
APL?
nurture your own talent. If you trying to nurture your own talent,
Try to make
if you
I
money.
trying
don't
to
think they
nurture,
can get. I
yeah,
don't think one day cricket can get squeezed out, man. I
I ain't
think
know
that
that, Fred.
people cashing in on T20 right now is the hot thing. So everybody just trying to cash in and they're trying to find different formats to basically see if they could change the game of somewhat to speak in a different direction. But I don't think one day cricket going away, man.
I think they're gonna lessen them. I don't think they're gonna be. Once you go to World Cup, it
Yeah,
should be hard, but they'll
right.
probably lessen. Your
Man, I don't
All right,
know. But
fellas.
Fred, but I was just gonna say quick before we move on, read that. Be the crying for and my thinking, I don't really think it too late that you're doing it in 2 years. Yes, you're gonna make money, but you also want bring the next generation of T20 cricketers to the fold. So especially CPL,
Yeah,
you
but
could got 1 year in the CPL that you got all local, all Caribbean, and then these guys based on their performances will blend in the next year of the CPL with the international players.
but I hear you mention too before we move. I hear you mention that tourists can kind of see the cricket of it, but when you watch IPL, Big Bash, the Vitality Blast, it don't be the tourists. It be locals because cricket is be affordable. Cricket is be at times that people will attain the cricket. So it's not nothing to do with cricket
But that's
attracting
who,
tourists.
but that,
That's
but that's who,
basically it
that's
gotta
who
be
we choose to sell it
local.
to. It seems like we could sell
Yeah,
it to
I
what we
ain't
want.
gonna get into that here because like, they know where they stand on that, but I just saying it gotta be local people who go afford the seats or whatever it is. It's called tourists. You don't see a million Indians going to England to watch the Vitality Blast. You see a bunch of
I do.
Englishmen go all that shit drinking, jumping boat wearing Freddie Flintstone costumes and all that of thing, living life.
I do.
So
Fred,
we
that way
got
you got
we got to think but Jay before I don't know if it'll come but the CPL tournament to me was as New York it was okay. To be honest, it was outstanding, it was okay. The table seemed to shift a little in terms of teams getting more firepower. You see that one thing Trinidad would be lopsided and them is a big franchise. But no, it seems like it going evenly because the
but
IPL
fact,
owners are
they
whatever.
were lopsided, but they
Is
just
that
ain't
what you're telling
performing.
myself?
You have Pura, Russell, Pollard, Narang. They were lopsided, but they just ain't performing.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's true. But I guess
I was
teams
so glad to see that demise. Oh Lord, that warmed my heart, fellas, man.
teams going in a different direction now, man. I guess more people coming on board with franchises. So we aim for good things. As Nero said, I would like to see. But Nero, you see the thing to get them players like Babar and them, it can be hard too because although they may play IPL, however, then people countries creating leagues, as we know mentioned, to fit them in to keep them active. So we gotta organize it a different way or try to point a window where you can get maximize everybody. Until then, boy, we can get the who available for a month, we rejects.
All right, fellas. Just I want to move on here quickly. Because I'm getting away. Yesterday we would have. I think it was yesterday or the day before. But anyhow, we would have saw the news over the past couple of days with we stated that Mr. Hetmeyer um is no longer traveling to Australia to be part of the West Indies T20 squad, and he's now being replaced by Shamar Brooks. Um, I mean, obviously, a lot of people are happy to see Brooks in his squad. Some people say that he should have been there from the beginning. That he is, and obviously in the form that he's been in recently, definitely deserves to be in the squad for sure. But quickly, guys, what did the guys I'm like I said, for me personally, I don't want to speak on anything that I am not 100% sure of. So but I
I
know that
agree.
guys definitely have their own opinion on Shimron Hitmer not not making the flight to go to Australia. Sorry, so like I said, I just wanted to hear the guys quickly on that topic.
Nero just trying to set me up. He ain't
Right.
speaking on that he don't know about, but we gonna speak on it.
But you can say,
Anyways, what I was saying before I heard what I heard on the situation, I will speak to that aspect. So I am not what I'm going to say that had nothing to do with what I heard. So that man has had trouble with the West Indies for the last year and a half, whatever the case was. Embarrassed in the medias, wrote fitness tests, etc., etc. The guy's bending over backwards. He was brought back into the fore the other day for the series against. Oh Lord, who we play the other day?
India. It was
India?
India. Yeah. It was India.
New Zealand.
It was India. It was India T20s. And then Red Series player first T20s or the one days. The T20s, and then he said he was supposed to come to for the one day against New Zealand. And he
And he
offered
come right. He come back for that series. Cool. He said, all right, man, he's trying to turn it around, whatever the case might be. He didn't have a fantastic 60. He didn't have a fantastic CPL. The news we have is that this flight was rescheduled for. His answer was flight was rescheduled and then was not on that flight. That can't happen. Sorry, that from based on that information, that can't happen. If it was something more serious, I'm sure they would have said, "Well, man has family issues or whatever the case may be," and then fair enough. But based on what we've seen, what's transpired over the last how much ever hours, and what he's been through over the last year and a half, that's a joke. That's an absolute joke. Don't want to sound too harsh. I don't want to become too thing, but that's a massive joke.
Let me ask a question. This is my thing with the people that let me address one issue at a time. The people that was clamoring for Brooks that he should have been in safe and interception. Where? How? When? No. Yes, he right with his squad arrival, but Brooks didn't really had a good T20 series of recent prior to the two low scores in the semi-final and final CPL. All before that, during the
timing
tournament,
is right now, though. So at this point,
Korean player T20 cricket 2016 in here Australia, right?
Yeah, but
only two persons could have been picked there was either him or Shea probably. And Brooks obviously now scored 40 in his final and 100 in semi. So yeah, that's a no-brainer.
So 140 was the two Indians got up on the trip.
Hassani, come on, man. Come on. Don't be that person, Hassani, no, man. Come on.
Come on, really?
Man. Come on.
Really?
We
got Wesley's got real options.
So then we would have carried Hassani.
Wesley got real options.
Who would have carried if you're in Canberra?
I would have left his squad as it is. I would have left his squad as it is.
You got my favorite, I think, bro. You could choose from my favorite and then our boys. Baba, Rizwan, and you know, we got Kings.
The thing is, I just think. But then again,
we talking about Hatman, though. We talking about Hatman, though. We talking Hatman.
Because I know the thing is, I need to hear the real story. It gotta be said.
It's fair though. That is fair. Like, and I calling it no. They got a man that can not finish that workout or then pull out the workout, or he thinking gonna hurt he early out. If my batsman French but I heard it here first. Don't act surprised when it happened.
Now you heard that should have
I didn't finish the workout.
That's a my horse.
I didn't finish the workout, but
this got that start. Hattie.
You can play Johnson Charles, man. I swing across the lane, the ball all the time. We can play, but anyway, man.
No, Brandon King at Gapper get open. That's the opening part of it.
He's a big one, boy. You got WhatsApp group. You got WhatsApp group.
Yeah, that opening part of it.
But had
Yeah,
he just
Collymore. Yeah, he was telling him.
they're not excuses for. I mean, unless it is a emergency, family related, somebody ill, pass away, whatever the case is, so be it. But just unless it's then at a reason, you representing West Indies, just if West Indies had to call me no, as in wait no on this show, just wait no and tell me, Mr. Collymore, when you get Australia, the flight left in 10 minutes. Jason, you think that I ain't get to the airport
You don't
in
even tell
10
you going.
minutes? Just I can get there.
So you're
You
packing.
understand? And the fact that part for what? Why you need to
Fang
park?
can get there. Fang can get there. Get gear and get there. All of me.
You don't need to park. You can get you telling me even if you know if the airport is 8 hours away, just if I gotta sleep outside the airport for a day, I can sleep there. I can make arrangements. So there's an excuse there. And I mean, I is very glad that it come out that he got dropped and not to try to put it up. But I find too this they don't hide the heat though. They don't hide the heat. They tell he as it is. You feel the fitness test. It's be point blank, but
He was the
he
one that
does
missed Bangladesh too.
yeah.
The long
Yeah.
track record.
So I think they give him enough rope now. So I don't think we can hear about he for a little while.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Hello,
Yo.
guys there?
Yeah. I was just checking to see if it was just me.
Nah, I had a stick there too.
Yeah. It was all of us though.
Yeah. But yeah. Collie, you there, Collie? Collymore? I think I think Reed out too now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
But
Reed.
I guess we can not. I guess you can hear. I don't know if Mag can share his side or if he
Mm-hmm.
cares to share his side. But I heard somebody say he made himself available for a club game this weekend or something. I don't know how true that is. I guess we'll see. We'll see when the weekend comes as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Don't want to go on too much, but you see, there's one effect of franchise cricket too. And
Mm.
like
He can still
you
eat the
don't have
food.
to. You can study the food, so it's this one the effects of franchise cricket as well,
Mm.
the trickle down effect.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So I guess
Nero,
this how it
what
goes.
happened, like, fellas? Just Nero, what happened to the days that all the men used to come to one country and left together?
Don't forget what it's called. It was happening too. The game was starting today. Corey Hart squeezed that in, and then men get let go early. So men who was in final
Hmm.
would be the last men to arrive. So that part of them man,
But you know what's
who they
funny?
played one of them man would have land
But
latest. But probably I don't know if Bucks would have get there to probably today or whatever the case is.
but the thing is, right? Bucks getting the same time Hattie can get there.
So you wanted to maybe reschedule again for I think the third for
So
the third.
that
The same.
So
then
you want to say,
that
say what
just
you
as
want
the
to
thing
say,
that I go
say what
on.
you want to
I
say, say what you want to say, say what you want to say.
I believe too that then probably see that is probably hear people crying and saying, "Man, you we make a mistake. Yeah, we should have played." But
Well,
I
that's
probably
not
Come
just
foolish
try
talk,
to
aside
on,
anymore.
confuse Hattie as a
come
So you're
situation.
talking,
on,
you're talking ignorance, man.
All
come
right.
You're talking
on.
ignorance. You're talking ignorance
So
with
you see,
true
let
ignorance,
us,
man.
so you see, let us, so you see, let us tell matter reschedule the flight. I asking.
I'm not. I don't. I don't think. I don't think this whole story as egregious as we got seen. Not just me.
Man,
We hit
that
I
man,
Dupree.
think there's more to the story. I don't.
Man, where the airport?
that man won't put in the category of Russell and Narina David down here all together. Full freaking stop.
And
They,
there's a
they,
different.
I
You see, no, there's
remember
a
So
different
that
when you cry when the boy cry wolf to our every story was back in the day. If it was the first time of thanks, cool. But there's a long track
when
record here, brother.
when he
Can you repeat that again, Nero?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
when he boys
but
went
it
into
can't
there,
have a
but he
loss.
left the APL. He left the APL. Come home for childbirth. He ain't missed the flights, eh?
But
He
read,
ain't stop. He ain't
but
stop.
read.
Hold
Wait, I
on,
can
now.
ask a
Hold on,
question.
hold
Read
on,
it.
hold on.
Okay.
Uh,
After
mm,
after he childborn, he would be Netflix back to India.
The Moolah.
Shortly after that, to bring it back into
mm.
you can bring it back into the West Indies full. You play one series. All right, okay, I met this next one here, guys.
It's true. And that was
We
just
tell
the other
you,
day.
Sonny, that's just the idea.
Wait. Let me ask you a question. When
Mm.
you became a father, you don't have work. You don't have work.
Oh.
I said not.
But Hassan,
I
yes, and
said,
not Hassan, you missing
I
one
said what,
point.
Sonny? I did in
So
a heartbeat.
to me, it's true. You can't hold that against him, man.
No, no, I'm not holding that against him. I just trying to show you how he is. He
Time
get
that's on
home, he
purpose.
get back to India, he come in
He
the
get
West
back
Indies
there,
like
Hassan,
this.
he went back that thing.
Right. The man, you say you can't make no money, you want to play final. So they like the scram like men from Barbados and Jamaica probably had a scramble and change kit, etc., etc., etc. to probably left the next year. You know how that big hullabaloo rush on there, so you miss your first flight. The board accommodate you and know, so all right, buddy, here was you miss that one. You find a flight fare to go down fine, but you can't miss this one. Couple hours before you flight, you send a message to your air you can't make that. You run rope, buddy. Go up there, franchise can around the world. I doubt you, quite frankly. Because he ain't got message can hurt.
Yeah, it don't seem so. And only a talking to Nero tonight, but I don't know, but I did not realize that man so young. That's the honest to God
He
truth.
thought about 24, 25 anyway in that region.
Nero tell me
25.
12 I cannot believe it. I
4 was
honestly
ahead
can't
of him,
believe it.
boy.
And then I remember it took me back to the time when I can't remember who they were playing, but I remember when Nero be like over and me watching that man score 100 and thing, and that was
Against
obviously that when
England.
I was at home, so that was
Against
easy over
England,
2.5 years
No,
ago.
England,
I did there too. I
England.
didn't want to make that, but I did a good 100 too.
Yeah, that way tell
The man
Nero. That
talented.
was a good 100. So I mean, at that age, like, are you like that? Like, I tell Nero, like, hey, man, could have read over this cricket for West Indies. Like, true, that is true. But I ain't know, boy. I ain't know.
Support system, boy.
I ain't know. Standard. It's sad when, as the boy said earlier, with franchise Nero, as with franchise cricket too, you you can still eat the food regardless. You can eat even bigger food if you play for
Correct.
your country. So
Same.
that
Imagine,
can always be a incentive too.
imagine he know he don't want to play West Indies. Oh, the America, where man, not Cornwall on they playing. He will get on there play if he has dollar. Like,
Yeah,
ain't that
for
he,
sure,
you know what I'm saying?
for
But
sure.
any day, he got, man, whatever here. Whatever, boy, whatever. Desmond or some boy can tell you what really happened shortly. Desmond, hands off. One of them, so some boy come and tell you what really happened, man. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Other than what
Then probably
we've
England,
heard,
huh?
Yeah.
other than what we've heard, we know this. You know, people the streets and stuff. Come on.
Colin, you were saying something before we got cut off there, though, buddy.
Yeah, I was just saying, Hattie gotta be crazy, Jess. Gotta be crazy. You can't tell me. I don't know this. I let you. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, boy.
Uh,
You can't make noise to get back in you
Just
whole
the last
board.
franchise cricket.
You bored do the dog in the media,
mhm,
all sorts of things.
mhm.
Yeah, and then you get in now and look, you tell people you can't get it.
Can't do that, Colin.
You cannot do it. You cannot do it, Jason.
Yeah.
That's unforgivable.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, I agree,
he's
but like go ahead.
he have to know his bread butter.
Yeah. Um, I mean, at the end of the day, though, it was shocking to hear the news. Like, if I really couldn't believe it when I saw it, but at the end of the day, I just hope that my former schoolmate, Mr. Brooks, capitalizes on the opportunity if if he gets a chance. That is true. He's in good form now. Hopefully, he could continue in that rich river form that he's currently in. Obviously, albeit this is going to be a different level of cricket, a different level of bowling. But I think Brooks is up to the challenge, man. Brooks is up to the challenge. It don't make sense. Call talking about Hitman thing. Like you just gotta wish
Good luck
Brooks
in
all
qualifiers,
the
though,
best.
fellas.
Say that again.
As I'm saying, good luck in the qualifiers.
Yeah. um.
Don't get your hopes high. You got to qualify for it. When you got to qualify for it.
We had the first T20 between West Indies and Australia today. Um. West Indies batted first and only managed to get to a score of 145. Um. Yeah, Colomiers. I think only Colomiers and Smith put up any respectable totals. Uh, and then Australia just went about their business and they won by 3 wickets in the end. So just gonna quickly discuss today's game, guys. That shot that I had a save that thing that shot there for Calmiers. I don't think yes, you see a lot of cricket shots, you see a lot of cover drives that you just watch over and over again. And like I said, you got some of them they save too. A lot in innings I think from Babar, a lot of drives I think from Ian Bell they got saved. But
Sam
I
Mills.
think that shot there today is like
That's different.
that's different though. Like I don't think
Just say
I
no,
don't think
but
I
no, see
ever seen
Samuels.
that. So or if I did see something like that in the past, it's been a very long time. That shot, boy, let me tell you. Boy, I ain't even got words for that, boy. That there.
And if you
Oh,
see a shot like that, probably lob or whatever point, but that
the
one,
thing went
and it was
rose
rising
back,
too.
boy.
Yeah, that's a
Rose
quality
back.
shot.
Like
That
Jesus
quality shot.
Christ.
That a normal.
That
That an
twenty
everyday shot. That an
that
every
normal.
year shot.
Off his back
Huh?
foot
That
too.
normal. That an
That
every
ain't
Off his
year
back
shot.
normal.
foot too.
That normal. Yeah. Middle. Everything was
But the
perfect.
thing is, though, fellas, though, he was playing a lot of them shows the CPL,
Funny ground though. That one
Yeah,
was. I
plenty
think
ground, yeah.
Australia feels. But
Yeah. Uh-huh.
just to be honest, I think if West Indies do get to the group, I think probably this is the score. These are the scores we can probably see, especially when we
Mm.
play those teams. I think
No,
these
it's
will be
not. The,
scores.
the, the tournament the tournament ain't playing on that ground, sir. So
But they
no, that
Australia
not
though.
that scores you can see.
Sorry, West Indies ready to ball a big match. You should have been that match
So
going
I
but
think
we
Run
fight
meaty,
over the spear.
run,
I think
run me
I,
to
But
the
let's
baller,
move.
run me to the
you
baller.
you
A
gonna have your
winner's a
turn,
winner,
Mister
a winner's a winner's
Mister
a winner.
Australia. You can have your turn, right? Right. But I think if I do get through this, can probably be par score. Actually,
Mhm.
with no Hatman missing, a lot can be dependent upon that part he taught. Don't really expect much from Johnson Charles, to be honest. Brandon King, Rothman, Puran. So yeah, I think if Western do get through, this will be power score between 130 and 150. Um, like
I, I,
this
I,
morning
I,
was saying, I would
I don't agree there, but go ahead. I don't agree there.
this morning was saying, man, at least the guys should adjust. No, Australia feels bigger or whatever. They should take one game, but you shouldn't even have to take one game. These should be things you already know going into the game that Australia feels really big. When the ball goes to certain gaps, you're gonna be pushing for two and not our normal Caribbean way. Just four block. On these girls in Australia, you have a lot of room for twos. Like even with Finch was struggling for the last however long, and Finch was running twos today. Waiting for Virat Kohli and those whoever bats with him, when Indian players, you know how Virat is going to run. So I think that's something we're gonna have to do, and I think teams will actually exploit us in the field of that as well. With all that being said, the game was there for the West Indies to win. But the catch, I can't remember who dropped the catch first. Somebody dropped one, and then Dapper dropped one. But I can't remember who dropped it first.
Refer.
Refer
Yeah,
got it first.
the game was there to win. The game was actually there to win. But a lost opportunity. Well ball to Correa. I think you see the thing with persons they always they want to say yes I said this or I meant this, but no one ever said Correa can't bowl. Everyone just wants to know
Thank
like
you.
they've never seen the guy play T20. He wasn't even in the CPL, and like, we just picked him for a World Cup. Those are two totally different things. From what we saw for Correa in the audio, yes, we see he had control and what's not. He bowled pretty well today actually. And against those type of batsmen, the Australians, probably some of the English guys from New Zealand, he probably could have good games. I guess against Asian teams, it might be much more difficult. But opportunity lost, not much from the batsmen, 140. Most days, got Australia just basically scoring 200 and 190 against India. So on a different day, that could have probably come off in 12 overs. So, um, one more game, hopefully a better showing. But on those wickets, with our X Factor bowler, especially if we get through group, it could be a long group stage for the West Indies. But I guess we'll see some good performances with the back for the guys. I guess that will suffice.
But Nero, what we say to when that is right. Australia get out. Honestly, if you look at the wickets of Australia, they might get out going for boundary balls. But Nero, we watch cricket. We know that Australia get eventually just say, no, let me run. We want to. Australia was trying to assert dominance on the game. After you see how Cameron Green come out, see how Warner come out, that man came out on a mission. We're gonna grab hold of the man early and rough up his ball and top basically. But we kind of give a holiday, man. Thanks to I just want to thank Miller for getting Finch back in some nick. Cause I didn't have Finch and money. I'm gonna start Nero, even though he's got him. I didn't want to see Finch going great at all, boy. Finch is struggling. I know he
True.
create another dilemma now because yes, Coin is out, but that middle order, Mitch March come back. He got back through. You got rewarded because he was very good for me when we last year or so. Cameron Green, I thought the order has been a revelation. That's an X factor that I don't think he batting with David Warner now. He's a more technically strong batter than Finch. Let me be real, right? And he can play proper cricket shots, but he said he ball so clean. And to me, that bring back that youth and that experience kind of working I thought. But to me, the ball in attack is one of the best in the world. You can get man out regardless of where it is. And just the middle order, but everything will be fine, man. Glenn Maxwell been on a bit of a struggle. So I guarantee they'll probably back here at the order the next game to get in some foreign card. You know, West Indies tend to put men in foreign, but to me, we give it a game, man. We like get too close. We should have had that beaten, but I just said 10 or 12. And plus two, there's no way that you could play 36. You could do 36 hours and fly like Hamilton and play a cricket match, Jess. That's ridiculous. That meant total
Madness.
travel was 36 hours. 36 hours. So I blame West Indies cricket board for that. You trying to tell me ain't no way you could have 5 hours on flight, do a private charter. Flight, well, no, it's
Money,
36
money,
hours of
money,
flight,
money,
and then man go play.
money,
Man go
boy.
go play cricket immediately from landing.
The money.
Jeez,
Really
oh
care what all
man.
that.
So yeah, hopefully I was gonna say Friday is a better showing, but we did say this from the beginning. Man, the man get Australia, they got to look for more than tools. They can't look for this boundary hitting all the time. Cause the boundaries in Australia, yes, they bring in some a little bit, but they're still big. Then you got Melbourne and everything. Yeah. So you gotta use your ones and twos. You can get your bad balls, but you gotta look for your ones and twos, and that gonna be the problem for West Indies. That is going to always be the problem for West Indies. When you can't get the boundaries, the runs dry.
I think we should give up on that one and two like. So West Indies man give up on it. So we not looking us should give up on that one and two like. That's true. The men are almost just like Barbados, the men are almost 60. There's 50 enough at the end of the power play. Alex scoring 140 here, another 150. It was like it's like break up my night rest for that. Not that we can't get my sleep. No, it's cool. I mean, these men can't be good. These men here can't be good. But all in all, then I was actually shocked with how they defended the runs, especially as the men talking about probably less than or just about 24 hours in Australia, a whole different time zone, all kind of thing,
Yeah.
and they turn up and the defending runs. I was appalled that Cochrane got last over, to be honest. I think he that because everybody on Cochrane and that ball, and he had 2 wickets earlier, but they didn't. As Susanne said just now, Australia men can't they going hard from ball one, so they didn't like the spectacular on the pitches on the wicket taking deliveries that kind of yeah. So I would even try Real Madrid. If I lost Real Madrid for fine, but I would not give Cochrane that. I would even go back to Calmeers even. The ball that last over try the ball try to hit 6 yards there but he try. If you miss the left and you get hit for 6, fine. But and if I time that first ball went for 4, I tell myself, well, that is game set and match there. That was realistically as we speaking of, we should be congratulating the West Indies for being 1-0 up. But at the end of the day, we talk about West Indies, so we 1-0 down.
Anything for you, Nick? What to add?
That has some positives, man. Cochrane looked good. He surprised me. You knew ball. I think that fight well. I didn't really get to watch the game like some highlights. But they carried right down to the last over. So that's some good fight, man. With that team too. But again, the batting struggling. The batting just ain't a batting there to if you go 2 down early that you consider our being script 160.
Consolidate, you know.
Yeah, they ain't a batting there. I ain't get to see Koran see some comments in Boga or whatever the case is. But still, World Cup is still different cricket than games, regular games. That's the truth.
For sure.
There's a lot of added pressure, but I ain't got no expectations, man. I like Nairobi the Lakers.
How Charles scared there is a mystery.
Charles didn't surprise me. We pick him out for CPL, man, so we can cross the line of straight balls. Man, at least I may be for PS. Man, at least that's 8 all the time.
That's a joke.
One of the easiest wickets for the day, fans. One of the easiest wickets for the day, man.
That's a joke.
Maybe for PS.
That's a joke. Hopefully the guys could show up. You just want to see the batting click some more, man. You just want to see because the batting. I mean, the call all ability there, man. You just want to see the batting click some more. Hopefully the guys could put up a better show.
You mean click as in on the remote or click as in a remote?
Really see, man. But before we go tonight, guys, we just want to say happy birthday in advance to our very own,
To the legend.
Yeah, to our very own Mr. Akim Nero. We'll be celebrating his birthday tomorrow. I won't say how old he's going to be.
35th?
Yo,
35th, yes, it's 35th.
Yo,
He'll be celebrating his birthday tomorrow. So, Mr. Nero, happy birthday to you in advance, buddy. And I wish you many more and good health and good strength, buddy. But enjoy your day tomorrow.
Happy birthday, mate. These OVO fellas together. There's we month, buddy.
Enjoy Mr. Nero, sir.
Blessings on the morning, Nero boy.
Blessings.
I
Somebody
show
tell
you
me turning
tomorrow,
35.
man. Give you blessings tomorrow, man. But happy birthday in advance. So no, but I'll show you
Appreciate
tomorrow.
it, man. Appreciate it.
She's all of a sudden the comments coming in, happy birthday.
Happy birthday! Yeah. I was just gonna send up there, but I have to show the love that my boy Akim Nero is getting. Um, but any closing remarks before we shut off, guys?
Uh, we gonna
We
get
had
the
a very
viewers
long show.
to to send the selections in for the World Cup. We gonna probably do the same thing again as the last one. The
Mm-hmm.
same competition. So
Mm-hmm.
those details should be going up by the end of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
and the World Cup tournament, we gonna have some guests during the show during the week, man.
Mm, okay. Well, once again, everyone, thank you for tuning in. You know, to join us here tonight on the show, Bitch Talk. And don't forget, whenever you do get a chance to watch, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. And thank you, and do have a good night.